Hello girls and guys and cats and dogs and whoever you identify as. Welcome to my channel. I'll say our channel. I'm Joy, my little girl is Zia, and I'm the one doing this video tonight. I am very tired. It's been a very tiring week this week. I'm more tired than I've ever been, I think. So yeah. Yep. I've homeschooled my little girl for 1.5 years now. So I'm a mum, full-time mum, housekeeper, carer, homeschooler, writer when I can fit that in, which isn't much at the moment, and something else. So what it means to be a carer to me is, well, personally, at first I didn't know about carer's allowance. When I did find out about that, I looked into it and decided to claim it because during lockdown I'd homeschooled my child really well. She did really well, but also cared for her through the worst of her epilepsy, childhood absence epilepsy. Although at this stage I'm not sure she's going to be growing out of it. It's also known as generalised epilepsy. So basically it doesn't just impact one part of the brain or one area of the brain, it can affect the entire brain. And the worst case scenarios of that reality is if a seizure was to happen for a few minutes, it could leave a person with brain damage. And if it was to happen for 5 minutes, well, it could result in death. So my little girl, her seizures used to last about a minute or so. Really, maybe 2. I mean, I didn't really time them exactly. But she did have every kind of seizure going, to be quite honest. And I suppose people might do a bit of gaslighting along the way because maybe they don't want to worry you. Anyway, we did everything we could around her illness to fit in with the system's expectations, and like I said, I homeschooled and I was a carer and I was expected to be finding work, even from home. That's why I did some medium certificates and paranormal stuff, because I know I could do that. And even though I am a godly person, actually, yeah, live on faith. Finally, after a lot of hard work, lockdown wise, and after finally claimed carer's allowance. And what that meant for me is that I didn't have to be looking for work as well as be a carer, because it was recognised that it was like a job. I mean, although you may have a child and look after your child anyway, if they have a health condition, it's 24 hours round the clock sometimes, or it has been. I mean, like I say, for the first year, 1.5 years, even through night, checking on them and worrying, and just all the consequences of everything. I don't know if people expected as much of us and of her from where we lived, where I used to have to walk all the way to school. I was doing 4 miles a day just to get to school. She was walking 2 with that condition. But anyway, so carer's allowance is deducted from your universal credit if you claim your universal credit. But alternatively, you can claim carer's allowance anyway, depending on your income. So in a way, say the job centre would class it like part-time work, and they automatically pay for you. You pay national insurance on your carer's allowance, and it contributes towards your pension. So in a way, you're an unpaid carer, and it's deducted, the money that you get for being a carer. But it's classed like part-time work as in national insurance contribution, which, like I say, goes towards your pension. And the other thing that I found out is that, well, I've been paying council tax, and you get council tax reduction. So I got reimbursed for some of the council tax I'd been paying at the time. So there is that benefit as well. And depending on what category of disability, depends on any of the help you may get, but you know, we wouldn't be eligible for like a blue badge or whatever if we were driving. I mean, could apply for things and assessment, but really you've got to fit a different kind of criteria, which is a bit crazy really, in reality, considering. But anyway, there you go. So we may not get all the benefits that are out there. It's more restricted and unhelpful. But in some ways there is pressure taken off you too with what is available. And as a carer for me, what I did is I've done quite a few different courses. Like CASH Level 2, Understanding Autism, specific learning difficulties, separate ones, and about other conditions. Just to pinpoint and realise and know for my own self that what I was seeing or what was happening, what changes that may occur, it was, and anything else, it's all just epilepsy related, yeah. Because some people may be like, oh, she could have this, she could have that, but anyone can go around saying, oh, it could be this and that, but you've got to know and find out and learn and realise. And I'm not going to start getting paranoid and put my child through all sorts of other assessments that she don't need when she hasn't got whatever somebody could have suggested that's never even really met her. So yeah, it's best to educate yourself about certain things, because like any kind of condition, you know, you've got to know about it before you can say that there's anything else. You've got to know that, no, there isn't something else, it's that, you know. So a couple of courses that I did do was the free. One was through the Epilepsy Foundation, and one was from Alison Courses UK, both about epilepsy, understanding epilepsy. One was really good about reading graphs, because at first what I used to do with EEGs is I'd take a photograph of the screen and then I'd come home and I'd try and figure it all out, researching what this means and that means. Oh, it took a while, but I got there, you know. But this course makes it a bit easier, and it confirms niggly ideas and thoughts you've got about, could it be something else, could it be this, could it be that, but no, it's all epilepsy. And it helps you know that. And other things to look out for, like auras, and especially the lip pulling, because that's quite a thing with my little girl, and nobody tells you that, but you know, it's like the pulling of the lips and or going like this, it's all a sign of it's like an aura that a seizure could happen, but because of the medicine helping control everything, it doesn't, something to that effect. And also, yeah, those courses between them teach you about photosensitivity, which only affects 3% of the world population. And it turns out my little girl's got photosensitivity as well, which isn't a good thing really. Oh, no. So I think that's what I can think of to tell you about what it means to be a carer. Yeah. whatever else it might mean, is that you basically well, it is different to raising a child who doesn't have a disability health condition as such. For instance, my son, all his childhood, well, he had a good immune system, but he was an athletic boy and he was out on this and that and the other. He had skateboards, scooter, bikes, snowboard, mountain board, a lot. He was really athletic and went a lot of places and did a lot of things, and pretty fantastic exploring, really. But with some disabilities, a lot of things are limited in the end, because at first it's like, well, you're down, you're going to fall off. Is it safe where you are? You've got so many things to take into account, so it's not the same. I mean, my little girl can't just go play out on her own or with friends, because there has to be an adult carer. There has to be somebody responsible to supervise her and actually know about what to do in the event of an emergency. I mean, she might be alright, you might think she's fine for a while, but she can't be left for another child to look after her, because if anything happened as well, that would be neglectful. So you need to be aware of all that. So it's just never ending. Just this week, everything's just tiring. I'm tired this week. In some respects, we've taken it easier for the first time. We'll be fine. My little girl's quite advanced in a lot of ways, surprisingly. She's very clever. And I'm very tired. But I wanted to get some videos in, because I've got quite a few things to get off my chest and to help share. And I better go now because this is a bit long. So yeah, if you got this far, thanks for listening, and give us a thumbs up if you did. Bye for now.